What's going on, guys? My name is Sirius Ashton and I am a prediction markets trader. Today's video, you guys probably seen it with a title. Today's video, we are going to be talking about a pattern analysis bot. This bot is an amazing creation that I've been able to create with me and my dev. This bot is for the market Bitcoin up or down 5 minutes. This is on Polymarket. If you don't know what Polymarket, you're probably living under the rock, but I'll quickly summarize it as is a prediction market platform where you're able to buy shares for pretty much predicting on certain type of events. So a particular event we're going to be talking about is pretty much predicting if Bitcoin is going to be up with their price, before the 5 minute ends, and if the price is going to be down before the 5 minute ends, which is quite simple. A lot of people do gamble on that, so if you do hop on the Polymarket site and look at the comments on that market, it's just people begging for money to that point because they're not profitable. I've been able to figure out a way to become profitable on that market, and it's quite simple actually. I've been able to make thousands of dollars in a single month just using that bot, and all the proof is just here. That's a couple times I've been able to make $500-600 USD just in a single hour using this bot. And I'm currently doing a $1,000 to $10,000 challenge using this bot, so you'll try to get an entry at like below 60. But market's a bit goofy right now. If you want to watch that series, TikTok's in the description where I'll go live stream every single day using this bot. But anyways, let me go more in depth about this bot. This is what the signal looks like. It pretty much tells you a prediction if it's going to be up or down, where you simply copy or just use as a confirmation. What can be very useful if you're able to understand how to read the Bitcoin market. If you do have experience with the up or down market, you do know that markets is very important because, reversals could happen. For example, price could be up $100 and last second just drop down. That could be considered to bad markets and, reversal type stuff, which is not too choppy and not safe to trade. So when you do have a good market and put this bot at the same time, the predictions are insane. It's been to a point where the bots have been sending out 24 winning slips in a row, where people have been able to follow through and make money. I've been able to do that on live as well and catching some good wins. So every time a signal gets sent out, the most important aspect about this certain strategy we do use is we have to care about the risk management. Let's talk about the risk management first of all. Risk management is very important when you're doing this type of stuff. You're pretty much treating it as day trading. So for example, if you do have a $1,000 bankroll, you're only risking 5% maximum at most of that bankroll. So we say if you're risking $50 for that single day, you're only doing $25 for that single trade. If you're doing 2 trades for 2.5% of per trade pretty much. So if you're doing only 2 trades, so you want to be in and out. So if you do lose both of these trades, you're done for the day. And if you do win both of the trades, you're done for the day. That's simple. If you keep that strategy and continuously follow it, your bankroll will be able to compound day by day where you're able to make ridiculous money. If you do start with $1,000, you can simply turn it to 10K in literally 60 days, which is unbelievable. If you're very consistent with it and you have a nice win rate system and discipline with that type of stuff, you go very far. So that's what the risk management, that's the most important part before starting that. So the second part is what we're going to be talking about is understanding the market as well before trading. Because you want to only trade on a certain time where the market's more stable compared to a lot of reversal, no clear trends. So I'll put a time signal right here. This is certain times where I've been able to figure out that time has been more clearer and less choppy compared to other times. I only trade at my time around 7 p.m. and onwards because the market actually has a clear direction at times. Not all the time, but at times it's more stable. Since the market is more stable, we're able to get more trades in and be more safe compared to trading on a choppy market, which can cause reversals and we can lose money. So the best way to do this as well before hopping on the market, what I tend to do is I like to look at the 5 to 10 last candles. The goal for doing that is to see if the candles are holding or being very choppy. What I tend to see has been better. The smaller the candle on Polymarket, that indicates that there was a reversal, and if the longer the candle is a stronger motion of price, which is safer to be trading on that, which it indicates the price has been matching and price is holding compared to like the little ones, which market doesn't know what to do and staying in between and last second reversals, destroy a lot of people and lose money. Best part also as well, it has an automated corrector. It pretty much indicates if that one session won. So it has a tick across. Pretty much you want to look at that. If it has more ticks in a row, that means the bot is understanding the market and is very stable at that time. If you do see one wrong, one right, one wrong, right, that means the bot's having trouble trying to predict and that really indicates that the market is not stable at all. Like as I mentioned before, I've been currently doing a challenge, $1,000 to 10K. I started with $1,000. First day I was able to turn it to 1074. Second day I was able to turn it to 1095. Not much profit, but it's still consistent. On the third day, we'll be able to get a decent amount of win. One single trade turns into 135, and so on. But if you do want to join that journey, like I mentioned before, TikTok link is in my bio. Follow my TikTok where I put a lot of videos about the prediction market and go live every single day to Monday to Friday. But other than that, been talking about myself, I will show you the people that have been using this bot. Thousands of members have been using this type of bot and making type of profits. But here are some of my favorite wins that members have been able to get. This is probably one of the most unbelievable one. This guy was able to get a 0.7 cent entry and was able to get a 14,000% return. That was pretty lucky, to be honest, but he was able to get that signal from the bot. So pretty lucky, but still insane that the bot was able to send out a very, very low entry size. Second one as well, people was able to join the server and double their whole bankroll. He started and it only took him 2.5 hours to understand how to read the market and how to use the bot. Once he understood that, he was able to make consistent profit and build up his bankroll just like that. And one of the other things as well, this guy was also able to get 600% return on a single trade using the bot as well. So he placed that trade and was able to get 600% return. We'll talk about entry size. Entry size is the price that you hop in and place the trade at. For example, the market starts from 50-50 from yes or from up or down. At 50 cents, that is pretty much just 2x in your money. So the lower the cent, the more money you get. The higher the cent of probability is pretty much indicating the probability of what's happening. So if it's higher, that means you're gonna be making less money, and if it's lower, you're gonna be making more money. So what you're gonna be realizing when using this bot, not every trade is going to be an entry. So you have to take your time and look at every single trade. Once you can get an entry that is 60 cents and below, you can place a trade, which is very important. You get something at 60 cents and below, since it's worth the while to actually get entry. If you can get lower, if you get around 30 or 40 cents, you can sell out earlier at 80 cents instead of waiting for like the long time until it hits the dollar. You're able to get early entry and early exit, which is very good. You can wait towards the end and make more money, but it really depends on you. So entry is very important. If you get anything higher, it is not worth the while. The goal is you want to be in and out. And what your goal is to be in a single trade to either double about your money or make more. So yeah, if you guys do want access to this bot, just simply use the link in my bio where you're able to join this Discord server. This server has about 4 different types of prediction market bots, while do help, which helps you extremely well. You have a well wallet tracker that I will go more in depth in a different video, which is in my description. So to keep it very simple, the well wallet tracker is pretty much tracking all the profitable traders all over the poly market, and every single time they make a trade, its signals sent out to the server. We do also have an insider intel bot. So this sends out potential insider trades, potential like I mentioned, but very, very, very close. Sometimes all it does is pretty much detects high amount of money flow in a very low activity market, which sometimes be considered, informed positioning, since it's very low activity market. And why is someone putting over $25,000 on that single trade? What I do suggest is you use that as an indicator and do more of the research to see why that person is doing it, and you can find from information. We also do have a crypto arbitrage bot, which sends out arbitrage opportunities for Polymarket. To keep it quick and simple, is pretty much mispriced things between Polymarket, Opinion, and Kalshi, where you're able to get risk-free profit. So all of these type of bots will be able to. All these other bots will be more informed on a different video where I made separately. So make sure to hit the subscribe button where you're able to take a look at videos. So if you do want access to this server called Aureus Predicts, so the link to the Discord bots are in my description. Simply just use that link where you're able to get access to this bot and give it a go yourself. I guarantee if you're very locked in and I'm disciplined, you'll be able to make a ridiculous amount of money like I do and all the members. Thank you for joining me for today's video. If you do enjoy these type of videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like the video to get more content about the prediction market trades. This is only the beginning for me and all these members, and real soon we're going to be making a ridiculous amount of money doing this prediction market trading with these bots. So don't miss out and join us, and simply use the link in our description where you're able to join us. Well anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video.